Hello everyone and welcome to this week's healing session. Today I bring you a video about self-worth around work, and the reason why I chose this topic because I've been asking myself last week, where am I still stuck? What is still holding me back from the past? Where I feel like in my current path it's kind of like trickling down, poisoning a little bit the areas. And that question came up with because in a way I am confident in what I do, my work as a healer. I am a natural talent, I would say. I did energy healing before knowing what energy healing was, actually. Before even getting my license as a Reiki healer, I did energy healing on myself to get rid of my tinnitus after my doctor said there's no chance of you ever getting rid of it. And so I thought about it, okay, where does this stem from? Obviously it is kind of like a deep-rooted issue, and I found the solution of it. So I'm over the days I've been trying to slowly heal this, revision, rewrite the story, make myself feel worthy in my skills. And I thought, let's make a session of this. I'm pretty sure some of you probably at your past workplaces have had some negative experience that I didn't realize how much it actually traumatized me, my experience in my hairdresser job, to realize, oh my god, like this is actually so much deeper and this needs to be healed ASAP. So I want to do a little session about this. We're going to heal old wounds from the situations. So whatever happened, I want you to feel back into that emotion. And instead of feeling lost and insecure, we're going to try to bring more positive feelings into this. We're going to soothe the mind and the subconscious, as well as we're going to reprogram your subconscious. And then expand your magnetic energy. Goal here is for you to, in your workplace, try to be more confident in whatever it is you do. Maybe you have to sell things, you have to bring certain projects to the table, to your bosses, superiors, whatever it is. I want you to feel like you are on top of the world, like you are the best in your field. You know, that kind of mentality is what I want to pass on to you. If you notice that today's theme is something you would like to work on with some support along with it, so you don't have to do it completely by yourself, there are different ways I can support you here. One of them being coaching sessions. On Patreon there are currently 2 spots open, the link is down below, or with long distance Reiki sessions as well. That's a really great way to bring up past feelings that have been really suppressed. Reiki can help, as you notice in this video as well, to really bring that forward, even though maybe you don't know how to trigger these emotions, and we can work through it together. Or even on your own with the support of shadow work prompts. I have a shadow work ebook with over 50 plus prompts, and some of them really revolve around self-worth and self-concept, and they do trigger quite a lot of past suppressed memories as well. And that would be a really great way for you to work on your own, but with a little bit more of a guidebook. For the Reiki one-on-one sessions, you can shoot me an email. The email is linked down below. Then we can text together and see what exactly you need and make out a healing plan for you. And the shadow work ebook is on my Patreon, but you don't have to be a Patreon member. Just have to put in your email so you can download the ebook. That is also down in the description box below. I hope you're ready for this session. It is a little bit more heavy, so if you feel like crying during the session or after this, let it out, please. those emotions need to be let go. I did a meditation for myself to release these emotions, and when I tell you, each time I do this meditation I'm crying my eyes out, it is because it's effective. The healing started to get in place. So don't what's the word, don't restrict yourself here. So let's get right into this. I'm gonna first start with some emotional healing in your mind with the emotional healing symbol. Present that deeply inside, targeting here your subconscious, the part where it got deeply buried down. Most of the times we try to suppress the memory so we don't have to think about it, kind of like as a coping mechanism. But we're gonna press the symbol right into that spot. Now that we have kind of like gripped it, I'm gonna take that memory, pull it forward. You are ready right now to work through these emotions, so there's no need to suppress it. Allow everything that comes up in your body, anxiety, fear, anger maybe of how you were treated, let it all come up. Now that we have the feelings on the surface, I actually want to take a crystal. I purposely didn't choose anything beforehand because I wanted to get in touch with your emotions first and feel what exactly do you need right now. So I'm just gonna quickly attune into your energy. We're gonna do a combination of two crystals. One of them being a rose quartz, and a tiny piece of kunzite that I have. I'm going to be tapping those two against each other in a form as of sound cleansing this negative experience, and we're going to use Reiki to kind of a little bit do a revision in a way. So instead of you having these really bad memories, I want to focus here on loving energies. Maybe you were talked down at your job, they didn't take you serious. Every time you presented something, it would be looked as something that isn't even that great, and I want to bring in these opposite energies, memories and feelings. And I chose these two crystals because they're really gentle. Rose quartz brings calm, relaxation and peace. Kunzite brings in love, acceptance, romance actually as well, but you know, romanticize your job. first go over with the rose quartz alone, and then we switch to the kunzite. Tiny crystal, but such a powerful force behind this. In a way, you can look at it from the perspective that just because it's small doesn't mean it doesn't bring great things. And I want you to take that on with you for the day. Keep it in the back of your mind. Just because these people treated you like that, maybe said mean things about your work, doesn't mean that you're not talented, that you're not good at what you do. It was more a reflection of them all. I remember in my job that I got told sometimes that I will never pass the exams if I don't apply myself more. Or I would be compared to one of the other students in our job. But the funny thing is, we had like midterm exams the second year, like practical ones, and I passed while the other one failed. And this is not to gloat, but it just goes to show, just because they have a certain a certain perception of your work, doesn't mean that the person that then checks it, for example at the exam, that they thought I was doing everything perfectly fine, which is why I passed, you know. So I always keep that in mind, that sometimes other people project their insecurities, their rage, or whatever they're battling with onto you, and it does not relate to you, what you do. There we go. We're gonna now soothe the mind and the subconscious with a blue lace agate. See if I can get this to focus. Your mind might be in a frenzy right now with all of these suppressed emotions coming up, but allow yourself to work through them. As I said in the beginning, cry it out if you need to. We are currently in a purging moment with the full moon lunar eclipse passing us. You basically cannot run away from it, but that's one of the reasons I chose this topic for this video, because we gotta, instead of just pass away through these cycles, use them to our advantage and figure out what we need to work on in order to move forward. Today's agate is also really relaxing. So before we go into reprogramming the subconscious, I want you to fully relax, let your guard down. Let the subconscious come forward. Brought you in a little bit closer. So we're gonna be opening up the subconscious now and speaking directly into it, reprogramming it in a way like the subliminals do. Gonna hold the subconscious and command it with my voice to come forward. Those old memories from the situation that you experienced, and allow that situation to come up right now. The memory that you created, the first one that pops up, it no longer exists. The only memory you have of that situation is the favorable one, where you are praised, celebrated, where the people tell you how talented you are. You have always been really talented, and people appreciate your talent, your skill on their team. Any contribution you brought, everything was just always so amazing from you, and they had no other choice than to celebrate you because of how amazing and talented you are. There's just no other way. You are so needed and necessary in that team that without you, who knows how far they would have come. So I'm gonna press that deeper inside. We'll be now expanding your magnetic energy with this aventurine point. We will be using this point to kind of disperse your energy more outward. Kind of be picking at it and pulling it, and expand that magnetic energy that you have in order for you to attract more clients, more opportunities, more money even. Aventurine attracts abundance and prosperity as well. You now feel worthy enough to get all those blessings. finishing up with a aura fluff. I hope you really enjoyed this session and that you feel more worthy around your work, that we healed some deep-rooted issues you might have, brought up some past energy to be released so that you can thrive. We'll see you guys in our next session. Goodbye, everyone.